What's up, guys? I got a really exciting review to do tonight. I got a few products that I want to share with you. We're going to review the Cain Arms Polymer 80 Full Size Magwell. The unique thing about this is there really aren't a whole lot of options for the full size Polymer 80 frame for the 17. This is one of the only options, and there's quite a few companies that are making the Magwells for the compact version, but not a whole lot of options for the full size. So I'm really excited to get this installed, and we're going to look at it together. I figured that would be, the coolest way to do this. What the video is going to be about. It's going to be about this Magwell and the installation on here, and we're going to check it out together. And then also we're going to look at the Cain Arms mag base for the 17s and the 40 and they call it a and I don't know if you can see it here, but Glock 943 is the base. I'm assuming 9mm 40 cal 357. So I'm going to assume that's what those numbers represent. Looking at these and feeling them in your hand, I mean, these things are robust. They don't flex, and you can put a significant amount of pressure on these. There's no flexion, and they're actually really cool. I mean, the way that they're 3D printed, they almost have an iridescent kind of glow to them because of the way that the layers are stacked, and I think they're really unique. I really want to focus on these 3D printed bases. 3D printing it's really coming a long way. There are all sorts of options. Cain Arms they've really figured out that there's a market for this. And actually, looking at this, I can see that they are, they're marked with their Cain Arms logos, so that's pretty neat. And I saw another review about these Magwells on Tactical Toolbox, and Jonathan was talking about, in one sense, was that they seem like they flex, but looking at this, I can see that there's a little lip on here, so I wonder if they didn't update the program and add this little retainer lip in here, because it looks to me like this thing isn't going to be flexing at all. We're going to throw it on there real quick and check it out, and then we're going to jump over to the Magwells, and hopefully we're going to keep this video under 15 minutes. Nobody wants to sit there and watch a 15-minute video unless you're an insomniac like me. So I think idea, and it does, and see, so it snaps right in there, and it's obvious that because it has that lip on there that we want to hook that lip on first and then probably snap the back on like I did. It's obvious that worked. For a little bit of peace of mind. And by the way, YouTube is not monetizing any of my videos anymore. They're really cracking down on trying to get rid of the gun channels, and I think this is one way to kind of scare off the production of this type of video. And so I'm not too happy with YouTube right now, but I like YouTube because there's a lot of good content. If you want to learn something, pretty much about anything, somebody's done it, and somebody has something to say about it. And so I've just gone ahead and applied some Loctite to this retainer screw. Not saying that I necessarily need it on there, but I'm going to rather be safe than sorry. I'm not even sure this is going to work in a 3D printed polymer type of material. So it has a little bit of flex to it, but not much. Not much at all. So, yeah, I mean, I think that really, it definitely sporterizes, it adds to the look of it. It makes it look more tactical. It definitely seems to channel and help channel this mag in if you're coming at various angles. So you can see here, we're going to go like this, and it really helps channel that magazine in place. I don't know, I like it. There's not a whole lot I can say about it that I think is really negative. Oh, look, it actually says P80F. So I'm going to assume that's full size. Man, this thing's really cool. I like it. And I got to, send out props to Cain Arms for sending this out to me and let me check it out. And, thank you guys. I appreciate it. So there it is. That's the P80 Full Size Magwell. And I put it on the FDE frame because I wanted you guys to be able to see it a little bit better. But you can see how it just kind of shines, and it has a little bit of a iridescent kind of feel to it. So that's the Magwell. I like it. We're going to move on to these. And I went out today and I was able to shoot a few rounds through. But I truth be told, I bought some plus 13% springs, and I believe those are 14 coil springs. I chopped them down to 11, and I gotta thank Lenny on Glockstore.com for the heads up about using an 11 coil spring when you're using extended bases, because that was really good knowledge to have, and he was the only one that seemed to know about that. And it just adds a little bit more tension to it. Do you lose a round? Probably. I was able to get this loaded to 20, so like a plus 3. Normally I'll load these mags to 16, and I just like to give them a little room to breathe. So to me, loading it to 20 is a plus 4. We're gonna go ahead and pop one of these bases off, and I'm gonna show you guys right here on camera just kind of what goes into the installation of these. And I've got my little vice grips here. These things are old school, and I think they're welders vice grips maybe. But what I do is I just kind of pop the base plate down and out of the way, and it makes those factory bases come off really easy. So that's an idea for you. So here's the factory spring. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 coil spring, which is what Lenny at Glockstore.com was saying. And then here I've got, these ones are already set up. These are the Wolf, and actually, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So these aren't the ones that I cut down. The ones in here are the ones that I cut down that were 14 coil. So these are just the Wolf. And I may end up cutting a coil off of here later, which would end up being, the cut would be right here. That way you end up with end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 coils on both sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's the idea. 11 coils. There's an extra one in here. For demonstration purposes, I think this is going to be okay. And so you just pop your follower back on top. It helps, I think, to give it a little, put it in at an angle and then kind of twist it. And when you're taking it off, same thing, off to the side, one side or the other. This is going to go back in here. I think to me this is the most complicated part, is getting all of this lined up and down. But I've kind of come across a pretty good routine for these, because I've had these on and off several times now. And so we're going to take this screw out. This is a retention screw that comes with it. And I've got another one floating around here somewhere for this base, because I haven't put that on yet. So here's my method. And it works with this particular spring. I'll bring it down. And be careful when you're doing this, because these things are under some serious pressure. So I'll take the edge of the mag, the back edge of the mag, and I'll kind of capture that spring. Right now it's slipped in my finger. Capture that edge until I can get it started. Slide it down on there. And that's what I didn't want to do, is scratch it all up. There. So it's locked on. It looks like it's really holding the edges real well. Looks pretty solid. I'm going to leave the Loctite off these, because I might be taking them back out to cut a coil off. And we're over our 15 minutes, so I'm going to be editing some of this out. But that's it. So this is the Cain Arms extended magazine base, 3D printed. It's I think they're $17.99, which is a really competitive price. Do I think that these are worth 18 bucks? Absolutely. I will be buying some more of these, because that's a really reasonable price. They seem to be well manufactured and they work. And I ran this one earlier, and it ran without a hitch with the 12 coil on it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That was my 17-minute video, and I'm gonna have to do some tricky editing to get it down to 15. But thank you guys for watching, and subscribe and like and all the other things that go along with YouTube video patronage, because YouTube's trying to shut everybody down, and all we want to do is share our experiences and just kind of have a nice community where we can all talk and relate. And here it is, Cain Arms Magwell, Cain Arms mag base. And I think that looks real slick. And it feels good too. In fact, yeah, this ledge doesn't get in the way at all. It feels good. I like it. Thanks guys for sending me these. And thank you guys for watching. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.